Red button means we're live, a casual take with your boy Stephen Pepper, here to give a take off my chest. So the Lakers have just fallen to 1-2 in the start of the Luka Doncic era after just a really ugly loss to the Charlotte Hornets last night, 197. But if you expected this episode to be me overreacting to the start of the Luka Doncic era, you're at the wrong place. Because let me tell you right now, I think the Lakers are fine. Everything is all good in Lakerland. I'm going to do a little Aaron Rodgers impression if you allow me. RELAX. Relax. Okay. Trust me, the Lakers have nothing to worry about. Yes. Did they just lose back-to-back games to some Tank to Cooper Flack teams? Of course they did. It happened. I saw those games. But this is what we should have expected when they added a new player who uses the ball more than anybody in the league in his very first full game since Christmas. It's just going to take time for him to get in the mix of the offense. I just think people, including myself, I'm guilty, got a little too excited about the idea of adding a Luka caliber player to LeBron and the Red Hot Lakers. And after they blew up the Jazz on ESPN, I heard some, bring us OKC, bring us Denver, when in reality, the Lakers don't want to see those teams right now because they got a lot to work through. But let me remind you, okay, the last time Luka got an all-star teammate at the deadline, his team literally fell out the playoffs. But what happened the next year? They went to the NBA Finals. What I'm trying to say is you can't build Rome in a day. And for the Lakers, Rome is championship DNA, especially when they got two players in LeBron and Luka, who need to learn how to play off each other. That stuff takes time. But mark my words, okay? This is going to be the worst the Luka Lakers will ever look. Because sooner rather than later, a guy who led the league in scoring at 34 points and took his team all the way to the finals will come back in full effect. And that should scare you, okay? That's coming soon. But right now, that was his first non-minutes restriction game in a 22-game layoff. Again, Luka's just not a known guy to be conditioned in the first place. High usage. It's just going to take time. But don't take my word for it. Take his teammates. LeBron, who said after the game last night, quote, if I can pull it up here, it's his third game since Christmas, and it's his third game with us. He still doesn't know all the plays, all the defensive coverages, and all the signals that we've built since September. Obviously, we're trying to fast-track it on the fly. That's all it is. But luckily for the Lakers, they got one more tune-up game tonight against Portland before they have a gauntlet schedule. And let me just say this right now, my prediction, after this tune-up game and they got to go play Denver on Saturday, that's going to be Luka Doncic's breakout game. You can come back to this video if I'm wrong. I'm kind of speaking it to existence here because given how their defense is now, they're going to need Luka Doncic to break out in order to beat Denver. But I'm confident after 4 tune-up games that Luka's going to be ready to go on Saturday. Because, yeah, I looked at his box score last night. 14 points, 5 for 18, 6 turnovers. That's atrocious. But there were some things that I took positives away from. He had 11 rebounds, 8 assists. He had led the Lakers in plus-minus. So when I look at those positives, I'm like, okay, Luka is still doing the small things well so when the shots actually start hitting for them, which they will because he led the league in scoring last year, he's going to be a bad man. So I trust sooner rather than later that career 28-8 guy is going to come back, especially when he plays next to a guy in LeBron James, who to me is the greatest floor raiser, greatest nothing into something, greatest glue guy, greatest make any teammate work guy ever. I mean, this guy made Dwayne Wade work, Kyrie work, and they struggled. People forget they struggled off rip, but they went to the championship the same year. I'm not necessarily saying the Lakers are going to the title this year, but I think LeBron can make this Luka thing work sooner rather than later. I mean, we're seeing LeBron. I don't think LeBron's having any problems playing next to Luka. The guy had 16 points in the fourth quarter, completely willed his team all the way back against Charlotte. Yeah, he missed that game-tying shot, whatever. Seeing people trying to slander his name that he's 1 for 29 apparently in his Lakers career on go-ahead, game-tying, game-winning shots, final 5 seconds. I don't care. I know what LeBron's capable of with teammates of this caliber. Just give him and Luka more time. They're going to make it work. So when I see that they're 1-2 now in the Luka era, I'm not going to take much stock from, oh my gosh, the sky's falling. I see people making washed Luka memes. Get your jokes out. Get your laughs out now. Because, again, sooner rather than later, there's a demon in Luka Doncic who is going to get healthier, more acclimated in the chemistry, and he is going to arrive. And when he does arrive, it is going to make the Lakers scary, but he just needs time. He just needs time. That's all it is. It's just a timing thing. And he gets a tune-up game tonight against the Blazers. And I think we're going to see a better Luka Doncic if he plays tonight. But I appreciate everyone who tuned into this episode of A Casual Take. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm a little sick here, so sorry if I sound a little congested. Follow my social media. Stay up there on all things related to the show. Until next time, see you.